In recent months, protests have become a sign of desperation. Migrants grow tired as they wait daily outside the Mexican Commission for Refugee Assistance, also known as COMAR. Their goal? To submit an asylum application in the hope of receiving refugee status. This status would allow them to access jobs, healthcare, and the ability to apply for permanent residency. However, many claim that while they wait for a decision, they are not issued proper documentation.
Estamos aquí para ver si nos dan la CUR más pronto, más que todo por los niños. Estamos con los niños, estamos en situación que si no nos dan la CUR no podemos trabajar. Mi esposo no está trabajando y tenemos 2 niños.
After submitting an application, migrants are to be issued 2 documents. One is a constancia or certificate. This is proof of starting the asylum process. It provides temporary legal status as cases are processed. The second is a temporary unique population registration code, or a CURP. With this, migrants can access public services. They can also ask the National Institute of Migration, or INM, for a visitor card for humanitarian reasons. The card will allow them to work during the process. Unfortunately, many of the protesters lack these documents, making it hard to live.
Very sad what's going on here with them promising them paperwork. They take them all day. They keep them from like 7 in the morning till like 11 o'clock at night. And they do not go ahead and provide what they're promising.
Migrants are growing tired of waiting. COMAR is facing an overwhelming number of asylum seekers. In the first 3 months of 2022, Mexico saw an increase in arrivals. One official describes the situation for the agencies involved in the process.
Pero pues también con la cantidad de personas que eso implicó que llegara también el año pasado, pues hace que hay muchas presiones que están teniendo tanto el país como la misma Tapachula y la Comar acá para resolver los casos, que tarda más tiempo de lo que se prevé en la ley, en el sentido de que pues hay mucho más gente.
Much of this increase is the result of U.S. policy and pressure. Former President Donald Trump threatened to impose a 5% tariff on Mexico if it did not stop migrants from reaching the U.S. In response, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador sent the National Guard to the southern border to help immigration officials. Additionally, the Trump administration used Title 42, a policy that closed the U.S. border to asylum seekers due to COVID-19. This ultimately allowed Trump to expel thousands of migrants. The cases are backlogged, and migrants have grown tired of the treatment they face while waiting.
Es fuerte. Aquí no hay derecho para nosotros, para ningún emigrante que estamos aquí. Aquí si estamos en la calle con este papel o con el otro que nos dan, nos agarra migración y nos lleva al siglo XXI. Si allá hacemos protesta, nos golpean, nos encierran, o eso pasa. Allá no hay derechos humanos. Allá.
Across town, tensions turned to violence. Outside the National Institute of Migration, protesters demanded that officials speed up the process of issuing humanitarian or QR code visas. This allows non-asylum seekers to legally move through Mexico. The protests led up to the visit of President López Obrador on March 11th. During his press conference, protesters marched to his location. A representative from INM announced that visas would be provided to the group. Inside, President López Obrador did not address the crowd, but spoke of a recently launched initiative. It aims to reduce Central American migration through economic opportunity. Yet Tapachula has seen an increase in migrants from around the world.
La mejor respuesta al fenómeno migratorio es lo que estamos nosotros planteando desde hace mucho tiempo y llevando a cabo. El que haya trabajo en Centroamérica, que nuestros hermanos centroamericanos tengan oportunidades de trabajo, mejores condiciones de vida. Y esto para Centroamérica y para el Caribe y para el mundo.
Growing tired, many attempt to leave the city, but it is not without risk. There is the potential of ending up in Siglo XXI. This is Mexico's largest detention center. One migrant who spent time in Siglo had this to say about the situation.
Te ignoran, te humillan, o sea, nos tratan mal. Los inmigrantes nos tratan de la patada, como si fuéramos unos animales, prácticamente. Porque no tenemos derecho.
Yet many are willing to run the risk. A group of migrants has become the latest in a series of caravans trying to escape the city.
Ya hay personas también que ya se les agotó el recurso, entonces nos toca salir a pedir en la calle y la migración nos agrede a nosotros por salir a pedir, porque es que ya no tenemos recursos, cómo seguir acá, no tenemos trabajo, nos piden la visa y no nos agilizan nuestros procesos. Entonces es algo que nos ven como, ¿cómo le explico? Como no apto para andar en la sociedad, porque ya nos miran como ladrones.
The new caravan departed from Mexico City on April 1st. Shortly after departing, approximately 500 migrants clashed with the National Guard and immigration officials. Some were detained while others made it through to continue their journeys. In Tapachula, Emilee, Miranda, Cronkite News.